previous lectures, we have discussed about the inductance calculation for single phase system, three phase system, but these all conductors are taken are solid state conductor. It consists of a single strand. But now we're going to discuss about multiple strand conductor. So first of all, we consider a single phase wire system with stranded conductor. But before calculating inductance, first you have to know what is stranded conductors and what are the advantages of these stranded conductors. So in case of stranded conductor, as we have already discussed, that is all discussed, previous conductors are solid conductors. In case of stranded conductors, we generally consider uh, multiple strands, and this is the most practical conductors generally used for practical transmission line. In stranded conductors, it consists of multiple conductors having small radius. Solid state conductor has higher value of radius, large radius, and it is more rigid. But in case of stranded conductor, it has small radius, multiple strands with small radius, and it is not so rigid and it is more flexible than solid state conductor. Flexibility means you can easily bend the conductor, but in case of solid conductor, it is not so easy. Now, how these conductors look like? Here we are considering two groups of subconductors. Conductor X contains n number of identical strands with radius x. So let's see the conductor. These are the strands A, B, C, D up to n. So it has n number of strands for conductor X. And conductor Y contains n number of identical strands having radius ry. And this is the conductor. These are the strands A dash, B dash, C dash up to n. So we are considering two conductors, conductor X and conductors Y, having multiple strands or subconductors. Conductor X is called co-conductor and conductor Y is called return conductor. So in a single phase two-wire system, you know there is a line conductor and there is a return conductor, co-conductor and return conductor. So current I will pass through X conductor, and current minus I current that will return the negative direction or opposite direction through the return conductor or Y conductor. So conductor X carries current I and conductor Y carries current minus I because the direction is opposite. Now, since the strands in the conductor are identical, the current will be equally divided through each strands. So the current passing through the each strand A, B, C, each strand, they must be equal. And it has n number of strands. So what will be the current? That is I divided by n through each strand in conductor X. Similarly, in case of conductor Y, due to this distribution, equal distribution, the current will be minus I divided by n. This minus sign because of the negative direction or opposite direction. Now, here you can see these two conductors total flux linkages. Now consider the total flux linkages of strand A is given by lambda A equals to 2 into 10 to the power minus 7. First consider the self current through the conductor X or through the each subconductors or stands in conductor X. So this current is I by n because it has n number of strands. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 into I by n. Then ln 1 by rx dash, that is the radius of the effective radius of strand A, and y dash rx dash is equals to 0.7788 rx. This is the formula. Now consider the distance between strand A to B, that this distance is DAB. as shown here, this distance is written DAB. So ln 1 by DAB, then ln plus ln 1 by DAC, dot 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 L up to ln 1 by DAN, up to ln DAN. So these are the distances between the strands. Now consider the other conductor. Now consider the return conductor or Y conductor. So what will be the flux linkages for this currents? 2 into 10 to the minus 7 into I this there should be a minus sign, I then minus I by M. So minus 2 into 10 to the minus 7 I by M ln. Now consider the distance between strand A to strand A dash. Now consider the distance from strand A to strand A dash. It is written DAA dash. DAA dash. Similarly, ln 1 by DAB dash, AC dash likewise. Okay, up to DAM. So this will be the flux linkages. In the next part, if we simplify it, what we get? We get 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 into I. Now here is a term 1 by n in the outside. Here you can see a term 1 by n outside. When it go inside the log term, so it becomes 1 by n. So it is taken, all these are taken in the denominator. So it will come in the denominator part. So nth root of Rx dash DAB DAC up to DAN. And in there's a minus sign and they are in the denominator, so ultimately they will come to the numerator part, in the numerator. So it is mth root of, because of this 1 by n, mth root of DAA dash DAB dash up to DAN. So this will be the simplified form. So next, what will be the inductance LA? What will be the inductance of LA strand? Inductance of strand A, that is lambda A by I by N. This is the current through A strand. It becomes 2n into 10 to the minus 7 ln. Then the same part, the mth root of this and divided by nth root of this. Now this LA is the inductance for A strand only. If we consider B strand, C strand, in the similar fashion, we have this type of equation. Instead of A, now here you can see 2n into 10 to the minus 7 ln mth root of, only this will change. Instead of this it was A dash, now it becomes B A dash. Instead of AB dash, it becomes BB dash, like this. Similarly, in the denominator part, it is AB DAB. It is also DAB. DAC. Now A will change, that becomes DBC up to DBM. So in similar fashion, you can write LB, LC, all of them up to LN. So we can write it up to LN. LC then up to LN. So n number of inductances in conductor X, and they are taken in parallel. They are taken in parallel. When this LA, LB, LC all are taken in parallel, and these are not practically equal, so first of all we take the average value, L average X. So inductance, average inductance through each strand, this must be LA plus LB plus LC dot 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 Ln divided by N. So it has n number of strands, so this is the average value. So after getting this average inductance through each strand, we can calculate the equivalent inductance for strand X, conductor X. And when they are taken in parallel connection, so this must be divided by N. So equivalent inductance in conductor X must be L average by N. L average by n, so it becomes finally LA plus LB plus LC dot 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 divided by n square. Initially it is divided by n, now L average by n, it becomes n square. So this is the equation. Next, the next part, substituting the values of LA, LB, etc. in the above equation, we get Lx equals to 2 into 10 to the power minus 7 ln GMD by GMRx, whereas GMD is the geometrical mean distance and GMR is the geometrical mean radius. Respect given like this, GMD equals to mnth root of DAA dash DAB dash, this is for LA dot 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 up to DNA dash DNB dash up to n part. Similarly for GMRx, we consider n square, nth square with root of Rx dash DAB DAC dot dot dot. Similarly Rx dash DNA DNB. So here also we have n number of bracket portion. So that is your GMRx. So this is GMD and this is GMRx. So in this way you can calculate the inductance for conductor X. In case of conductor Y, we can follow the same process and we obtain the GMRY. GMD remains same, geometrical mean distance it will remain same, but GMRY it will change, because whereas m is not equals to n, when m is not equals to n and the radius of its ry is different, therefore GMRY will change due to this. Next we are going to the, now what is the advantages of standard conductor. Now as you know, these standard conductor are very flexible, you can easily move it anywhere, you can easily bend it. Therefore this is for flexible AC transmission system, that is called FACTS. This conductor is very useful. And ACSR conductor, ACAR conductor, these are the practical conductors used in transmission line. These all are the standard conductor. Here, what we do, we consider the multiple strands of aluminum outside, and we take the steel strand in the inside in the core portion to give the mechanical strength, and due to skin effect most of the current will pass through the surface, so there we give the aluminum conductor, good conducting material. So this kind of conductors, all conductors are standard conductors, so therefore the standard conductor is very useful. Next we'll discuss about the bundle conductor in my next lecture. That's all the day.